Prepare the test tube rack before the sample test. The sample tube is divided into 2 milliliters and 4 milliliters. 20 milliliters. Sample to be tested. Waste liquid collection bottle forceps analysis balance. Induction dose 0.1 milligram. Sample tube selection according to sample type. Relevant choices can be made. The specific sample tube selection can be selected according to the picture above. This test, the carbon residue quality of transformer oil is estimated to be less than 0.2%. This sample is a transparent or translucent liquid. Therefore, a 4 milliliter sample tube was selected. Take the waste liquid collection bottle, install to the instrument waste collection port. Unscrew the fixing screw of the waste liquid collection bottle. Assemble the waste liquid collection bottle with a fixed screw. After assembly is completed, rotate clockwise to install to the instrument. Check the pressure reducing valve on the instrument. Make its pressure appear as 200 billion Pa. Adjust pressure reducing valve. Pressure adjustment possible. After adjustment, press the main interface of the pressure reducing valve. Click on parameter settings. Click on large flow nitrogen. Adjust the large flow regulating valve and the upper knob of the flunder. Adjust the flow to 600 milliliters per minute. After the adjustment is completed, click again on high flow nitrogen. Turn off gas. And then, click on the small flow nitrogen to adjust the small flow control valve. Adjust the flow to 150 milliliters per minute. After the adjustment is completed, click on the small flow nitrogen again. Turn off gas. The general experimental test is twice. 2 test tubes should be taken. Take a test tube first. Place it on the analytical balance. Call it quality. And document its quality. The weight this time is 5.65 grams. Take off tube 1. Place tube 2 on the analytical balance. Weigh clean sample tubes. And document its quality. The mass of tube 2 is 5.6 grams. Take it off. Place on the experimental table. According to GBT 171442021 experimental step requirements, the sample weight is 3 plus or minus 0.5 grams. Use a gun to extract samples for testing. Note that the sample should be fully stirred before sampling. For viscous or waxy petroleum products, it should be heated first. Reduce sample viscosity. If the sample is in liquid form, you can use a small stick to drop the sample directly to the bottom of the sample bottle. Solid samples can also be heated and dripped. Or liquid nitrogen freezing. Then break. Take a small piece and put it at the bottom of the sample tube. Place the test tube on the analytical balance. Press the clear button. Drop the sample to be tested into the test tube. After weighing, record a weighing sample mass of 3.02 grams. Put the test tube into the corresponding label position of the test tube carrier. Then place tube 2 on the balance. Zero its mass. Also weigh 3 plus or minus 0.5 grams. The mass of the test tube 2 sample weighed for the second time is 3.02 grams. Record its quality. Place it in the test tube carrier marker to position. When the furnace temperature is lower than 100 degrees Celsius, remove the lid. Lift the hook with a bracket. Place the holder containing the sample tube into the furnace chamber. Be careful to avoid K-type thermocouples. After confirming placement, cover the stove. After all the preparations are completed, main interface, click the Start button. The instrument automatically flows 600 milliliters of nitrogen per minute. Purge for 10 minutes. The instrument automatically performs a 10-minute countdown. After 10 minutes of purging, automatically drops to 150 milliliters per minute, and at 10 degrees Celsius per minute to 15 degrees Celsius per minute. Heat to 500 degrees Celsius. Note that it is strictly forbidden to open the heating furnace cover during the experiment, due to the introduction of air or oxygen, with the formation of volatile coking products. Produces an explosive mixture. It is prone to combustion or explosion hazard. During the cooling process, only when the furnace temperature drops to 250 degrees Celsius. Open the lid. After the sample tube holder is removed from the furnace. To stop access. Nitrogen. Heating furnace at 500 degrees Celsius. Constant temperature for 15 minutes at plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius. Constant temperature countdown display constant temperature time. Stop heating after 15 minutes of constant temperature countdown. And in its nitrogen stream is 600 milliliters per minute. Natural cooling under purge. When the furnace temperature drops to as low as 250 degrees Celsius. The experimental status of the instrument indicates that the experiment has ended, and after the beep goes off, can be opened. Remove the lid. Use brackets to improve. Remove the sample tube holder. To cool. Pay attention to sample bubbles or detection in the sample tube. Cause sample loss. The specimen should be invalidated. Test redo. After the sample tube cools, clear the balance. Using stainless steel forceps, take the test tube and weigh it. The weight of the test tube is 5.66 grams. Then take tube 2 and weigh it. The mass of tube 2 is 5.61 grams. Main interface, click on the result to calculate. Enter the sample number for a test tube with a mass of 5.65 grams. Input test tube plus sample mass 8.67 grams. Enter the test tube and add the mass of residual carbon 5.66 grams. Click the Calculate button. Calculate carbon residue value. The carbon residue content in the test tube is 0.33%. Test tube sample number 1 after calculation. Click on Historical Data. Click to Store. Storage tube number, data tube to number. Store in the same way. After the storage is completed, historical data can be queried. Enter specimen number 2, tube mass 5.6 grams. Test tube plus sample mass 8.62 grams. Test tube plus residual carbon mass 5.61 grams. Click the Calculate button. Sample number 2, the mass of residual carbon is 0.33%. 2 replicates. The arithmetic mean of the result is 0.33%. Therefore, the residual carbon content of this oil in this experiment is 0.33%. Note that used sample tubes are generally exhaust gases. Close the cylinder switch and pressure reducing valve. Close the instrument pressure reducing valve. Power off the instrument. Natural cooling in the furnace chamber. Or reduce the temperature in the furnace chamber to below 100 degrees Celsius. Proceed to the next set of experiments. Simultaneously clean up the waste liquid collection bottle.